Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon The Series, the beginning episode talk. So, before I go to bed, I decided to do one more Pokemon episode talk. Because of the fact that the next episode is not going to be filler at all, it is going to be a gym battle. I thought, you know what, I'll finish up the filler, then head to bed. Turns out, not filler. This is absolutely not a filler episode. Who would have guessed? I didn't, I thought this was just a filler episode. But let's get into this actual main episode. So, you remember that Tentacruel episode? Yeah, how about we do that one again? Slightly differently. Instead of water, we have land. Instead of Tentacruel, we got Diglett. And yeah, basically that. Because that's what this episode is. Which is why, to me, this is also a lesser episode. I mean, I guess in the dub version, this episode was actually pretty original. Because the dub initially skipped the Tentacruel episode. But I didn't. So this is a retrain, basically. So let's just get back into it. So we are on the road to Fuchsia City. And then an explosion happens in the mountain. And we see some trucks that are being stopped by Diglett. They are causing all the trouble except for the explosion, which is caused by the people that are working there in order to build a dam for the water, because they're also building a hotel. See the similarities? And in order to build the dam, they have to blow pieces off the mountain. And the foreman is hiring any Pokemon trainers in order to stop this. So, the Pokemon trainers arrive, and who would be in charge of it all but Gary himself, who berates Ash, and I still don't get why people like this guy. I see people online say that Gary is the best rival Ash has ever had. That is a joke. This man comes in, yells about how much stronger he is than Ash, but he never battles him. Have a battle with the kid, and then we can talk about how strong you are. Gary's even like, caught any Pokemon? Ash is like, I sure did. Want to see him? And he's like, no. It's like, then why did you even bring up the subject to begin with? Meanwhile, Team Rocket are a bit down in the dumps because of the fact that they just can't seem to win against the twerps. So they have a new idea. They must evolve their Guffing and Ekans. And yeah, that's why this episode is main, because the fact that in this episode, they evolve. So, back at the place, the foreman is explaining basically what needs to be done. And the Diglett then start causing trouble, so Gary's like, don't you worry, I got this. Go, Pokemon. We don't know who he's about to send out, but I can't really make a speculation guess on that one. But he tries to send out a Pokemon, but the Pokemon ain't coming out because of the fact that the Pokemon knows that this is wrong. So then Gary's like, alright, I'll use my best. Go, my best. Which is his maybe War Turtle, but let's just say go, Blastoise. But Blastoise also isn't coming out of his Pokeball because of the fact that he's just like, this is not worth it. And then Gary's like, here's another 15 Pokeballs. But that also doesn't really work. Nobody wants to come out of the Pokeballs. But the Digletts are nice enough to give every one of the Pokeballs back to Gary and also to the rest of the trainers that are there whose Pokemon also don't want to come out. So Gary is like, well, if we can't really do anything here, why are we even here? Back on road again! And the foreman plays Whack-a-Diglett, basically. He's trying to hit the Digletts. So in the evening, the gang is relaxing in water and are wondering why the Pokemon didn't want to come out of the Pokeball. But then a Diglett appears and the gang follows the Diglett. Meanwhile, Jesse and James are trying to figure out how to evolve their Pokemon, and they have to have battles, but they're all weak, so instead, they hug their Pokemon and cry, and when the tear touches the Pokemon, Guffing and Ekans start evolutionizing. Meanwhile, back with the main gang, we finally get the explanation for everything. And that is the fact that Digletts and Ductrio have been basically making fields, and if the dam is built, this whole thing would be flooded and everything would be destroyed. So it's not a good thing to have that happen. So that's why the Diglett and Ductrio are doing this. Also, there's a little bit of an issue with the there's a bit of an error in the dub here, because Brock says that the Digletts plow the ground and Ductrio plants the trees, when you can clearly see that Ductrio is the one who's doing the plowing work and Diglett are the ones who are planting the trees. Just thought that was funny. But because of this, the foreman, unlike, you know, the Tentacruel episode, the foreman actually realizes his mistakes and cancels the project. And I was like, alright, that was a nice episode. However, then I saw on the timer that we still had about 5 minutes left. So, of course, Team Rocket attack and they show off their new Pokemon with this very Japanese-styled showcase. And we have Ekans and Wee! You cannot tell me that that does not sound like a lung cancer patient. And Team Rocket is determined to win this one. But they basically go underground. I think Arbok is the one who makes the hole and Weezing follows. However, down there, they basically get taken care of by the Digletts and the Ductrio, who then also take Jesse and James and Meowth and carry them away and destroy the soon-to-be dam. And that's it. That's basically the end of the episode. And afterwards, we're back on the road again to Fuchsia City, and that's where it ends. And overall, I did not enjoy the retrain. I loved the Diglett and Duck trio. I mean, you can't just... Like, I get so happy when I hear Diglett, trio, trio, trio. It's such a fantastic noise. And I also like the fact that we had to return for Gary in the dub, the first time Brock and Misty are officially meeting Gary, even though Brock already knew Gary because that's how he got his badge. But the fact that the Pokemon did not want to come out of the Pokeballs, which is actually different than the Tentacruel episode, because in that episode, no one had a problem fighting against the gigantic Tentacruel. However, I will say that having the same type of episode so close together is a little bit of a shame, sadly enough. But I still enjoyed the episode, and I love the fact that because of the tears, Jesse and James's Pokemon evolved. And yeah, we will be seeing a lot more of that in the future of the series. But let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below about this episode. And with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I do hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, turn on notifications, and don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel, link in the description and at the end of the video. And next time we're gonna be taking on the Fuchsia City Gym, and I'm gonna edit this and go to sleep. Bye!